Hey, everybody, and welcome to the compliment wrap up for the latest episodes of The Dice That Bind Us. You know why you're here. You know why we're here. Let's jump into this. Who's going first today?
Ian should.
Ian should go first so he can just sit and listen for the rest of the time.
To sleep toast.
To sleep. Anyway.
You're the future. We don't blame you.
Yeah, it's true. Anyway, I want to give my shout out to Dash this week. I thought that their both courage as a character and like really throwing themselves into Lysander, both being the captain of the group and like the leader of like, we've got shit to talk about. We're gonna do it. I thought that was both brave from a player standpoint because it's even if it's make believe and pretend, like we're all friends, we've all invested a lot into these characters, and it's hard to talk about like the hard parts of being a part of this party. And just sitting down and addressing it and being like, we're doing this, you don't have a choice, has needed to happen for a long time, and I'm so happy that the door has been opened, and I really commend you for being the one to take it upon yourself to open that door. For myself, I'm kind of proud of myself for taking a step back during our combat episode and both having a big ol' fuck up and for just doing something simple and consistent that I, as Ian, was like, this is boring. But as to Partos was like, this needs to be done. This needs to be taken care of in maintaining the ship, making sure it was staying on course so the people who were better suited to the situation could handle it. And I, as a person, always want to be right in the action of everything, especially in combat, which is where I enjoy myself and where I feel like I can shine. But I was proud of myself for being a team player by letting the team handle this situation. And I'll throw it over to Devin.
Well, I was gonna do literally what you just complimented yourself for, because yeah, that was great. I could tell that it was really boring for you, but like at the same time, like you had to have somebody at the wheel, kind of. Thank you for doing that. I also liked Lysander, and how he made sure to check on everybody, like individually, and like the therapy session. I thought that was really thoughtful and nice. For Ileana, I like, I guess, the decisions in combat, like focusing on trying to make sure people are not falling to the deaths rather than focusing on like the damage directly. I guess. I don't know. That was a hectic combat, and I feel like just like one or two wrong moves, and the party would have been separated by like, I don't even know how fast the airship was going, but if anyone like would have fell all the way down, even with the feather fall, how are you gonna find them again? So I think it was pretty good. Evian did good. Let's on it to Enoch.
There's been a lot of good things that happened in the last couple of episodes. I have to commend, in the combat, Garagak, Ileana, and Lysander for literally throwing themselves into the combat. That was brilliant and terrible and wonderful storytelling all at the same time. So I think that was all really good. As for myself, I'm gonna compliment myself on sticking to the character that is Anouk. During the 6-month break that they all took, he was avoiding everything, and he's still avoiding, and that's just how he's gonna be. So I compliment myself for sticking to the character, and then I'll pop it to Zach.
I'm gonna have to give it to Dash today and Lysander. Most of the points I wanted to credit them on have been said, but I mean it did need to happen. As someone whose other character is currently not here would have enjoyed it a little bit more with their recent heart-to-hearts they've had with Lysander. Probably would have liked it a little bit. And no, it was much needed. As for asshole number 2, yeah, I'm gonna stop don't like him anymore. We'll have to change his character. Not change characters, but change him as a character. We'll see. I don't like him.
It's okay. He had a test flight. That happens. You do
Oh, yeah.
some shifts. Kid showed up and went, "Oh, this wasn't what I planned. Let me shift my ideas." So it totally fits in character still.
Oh yeah.
It was more so like I'm having troubles having to bring him in, and then like Olan literally said, like, "Why don't you go talk to him?" I was like, "Well, I mean, my first impression of them was like Lysander and Ileana were kind of cool. They talked about it, but then when I met the rest of them, Departure was like, "Yo, fight to the death with my friend, please." And it's gonna prove to me that you're you're tough enough to go in this group. It's like, really? And then, as someone that's from an adventuring party that's built on camaraderie and like fighting mini battles to go together, like I find out you guys, I haven't found out the details, but it was like you guys killed your friend. You guys have done a bunch of other like crazy things that weren't talked about before. And so it was just kind of like, I kind of want to find out more about them, but I feel like they don't want to talk to me because it seemed like their thing. So I was trying to go a roundabout way to get it, but we'll see.
We'll keep exploring.
And we'll popcorn it over to Coda.
Well, downside of going last, it's all been said, but I was gonna give
Wow.
it to Anook. For exactly what Anook already said. He played out his character, like you said, the 6-month hiatus, and you just kind of like got away from everything, and then you came back. Lysander comes up with some touchy feely shit, and you're like, "Fuck that, I'm out." Just kept like, it's like, "Oh shit, man, the sun's coming up. I gotta get out of here." That was really good. You stuck with your character on that. And then myself, did a little role play. I'm trying to get a little better at that. I also stuck to my job on the ship and did the repairs and stuff. So that was pretty good. I was kind of worried because when I looked up quartermaster, it also said navigating, and I was like, "Fuck." I don't. Yeah, it says I help in navigation. I was like, no, no, that's horrible for Garagak.
I mean, I'll teach you.
Yeah, we could do that.
Technically, you carried around the compass in the spine of the world, so you already help Anook with navigating.
That
There you
is
go.
true. Well, yeah. So that was it.
It's me time. I think. Unless I said things. I don't think I said things.
No.
No,
I don't
Okay.
think
yeah.
so either.
Lysander was on one today. I dominated, but dominated in a way that I think we kind of needed.
Yes.
All right, let's do something, please. And I liked the therapy session. All that was good, but has already been said a handful of times. I'm proud of that. I'm glad of how it worked. I'm glad Lysander stuck with the wild hair. He got up and they got up their ass in Anam of just like, let me just try some wild shit. And this time it didn't work. It didn't work at all.
But it was fun.
Yeah, but it was still kind of like throwing his head against the wall at like, well, shit, I guess I can do this, but I'll probably be able to. The thing will move away. Let's just try, and then it didn't work, and then it didn't work again, and then it didn't work again. So that was fun to kind of play that out and do different weird shit in combat. I'm gonna compliment a couple of little things because a lot of the other big things have been said. I love the fact that Zykor just called Olan. It says a lot of just being like, I don't know these people. I found out a lot more about these people that have been told in legends. Please tell me anything about them. And like, did not get the answer he was looking for. Oh, that was just a fuck no. What? But just the kind of dip out and be like, Mom, come pick me up. What happened? Was very funny to me and very good. I also loved Ileana this episode. Just a lot of the little things of just like, let me chuck the coin. Nope, not chucking the coin. Hey, can we stop this? And just like laid down and took a nap. And just like a lot of good little Illy moments of just like her being her shining through. And that made me very happy. So yeah, that's my couple little things.
Despite the toughness of that combat, the fact that we had to deal with all those rocks, Anook did learn how to turn into a rock now, so that
There you
is
go.
a benefit to the party.
Yeah.
Got a monstrous creature on our side now.
That combat would have gone so much quicker if we were not dumb. If we did not choose chaos. The chaos lives within us now, in our hearts.
All of our ADPR is insane at this point.
All right, let's do this. Ileana, you did something today that I was paying attention to, and the only reason I was paying attention was because it was strange to me that you would do this, and then it made immediate sense right after. The shocking grasp on the rock was specifically so that there was no way it could stop Anuk from saving Garagak and do what Anuk needed to do. That is an extremely intelligent use of a cantrip that just is the perfect example of how intelligent you are. It was I pride myself on my knowledge of this game and my ability to think through those kinds of things, and it never even remotely occurred to me as something that would be done. So I absolutely applaud you for that in moment critical thinking about how to save your friends and how to make sure that that could happen. Very well done. Rob, the mid-combat wild shape into the things you were fighting. Wild. Absolutely fucking wild. I never, when I gave you this ability, I also realized I gave you a 9th level spell on a stick. But we'll get into that later. Not my best moment of balanced DMing. That just means I have to bring everybody else up to your level, bro.
Boy.
We gotta make some buffs.
And just throw more humanoids at us that he can't turn into.
And just keep throwing more fucking classed enemies
wizards.
at you. No, that was incredible. And I totally caught me off guard because I know by all reasonings of that ability, absolutely how that works. And it never occurred to me as a thing that I was allowing you to do. So extremely well done, extremely smart, extremely creative. Very well done. Zykor, your roleplay today, honestly, was amazing. I know you're not a fan of how Zykor is turning out, and that's 100% fine. Everybody
It's just
like
2.0.
Well, and how Dash explained it too was like everybody has those like test runs of playing a new character. Nobody knows for sure how it's going to play out. And in all reality, I understand that being like the sassy shithead is like what Tumult was when he first started and was going through there. But in all reality, there are a lot of differences between Tumult and Zykor and how you're playing them that bring the character to life. It is in no way the same character. It is in no way the same thing. And the fact that you're willing to admit that it's not what you're feeling and you're willing to grow on that, it just shows signs of you as a player and that like inner reflection, which is also a very good thing. But your role playing of Zykor is very, very well done. There's a lot of small interactions that made me crack up laughing, and that's amazing. Coda, you crushed it on every aspect today, man. Your role play was solid. Your in combat was amazing. Like,
yeah, you crushed Lysander.
Everything you did today was superb. I liked my favorite moment was when Lysander was like, did that javelin like hit the ground? And you were just like, nope, there's a puddle.
It was my javelin of eternal screams.
My javelin of 1,000 screams. Like few moments of interaction was hysterical. I had to mute my mic. I was fucking dying. Like, it was so funny. Very well done, and I'm really proud of you for continuing to step up in the roleplay situations and continue to branch out. You're doing a great job. Ian Toletos, you're doing a great job. You got to work on that punctuality. We got to get you here. I'm just kidding.
I was here to die.
I know.
We're kidding.
I'm
kidding.
Giving you shit. No,
you're doing great. You're doing
Ian,
wonderful things.
Oh my god.
Ian, in all reality, I agree with you. Your step back today was amazing. You have no idea how airships work. You don't know if you need somebody on that wheel at all times trying to make it go where it needs to go. And nobody else was doing it, so you took that on yourself and you did what you could. And it was a very, very much Topartos thing to do. And it was a drastic change for you in a combat situation. And I was just really amazed with that playing of your character and sticking to that playing of your character, even when it came to combat and looking at all the abilities you have and all those kinds of things. So very well done. Dash, you're an idiot and I love you.
Nice. That sums up this episode.
Yeah. No, I never know what's coming next from Lysander. I never know if it's going to be an episode where you're the straight edge innocent Lysander that we kind of grew up with, or the new chaos incarnate Lysander that
I try not to be.
is out to have a good time, not a long time. And it just shows just Lysander being this young person trying to figure out who they are and what they're doing in life, and trying to get to the point where they know, like, what are my limits? Where do we go? How do I push past them? What can I do? You figured out jumping on a rock's back, that's a limit. Can't do that.
Not this time. I mean, I tried like 3 times and it didn't work a single one of them, but
yeah, if at first you don't succeed, try again, you know?
Until you splat on the ground and you learn a lesson.
That's right.
That lesson is your paste in a plate mail.
Yep. But no, I really like how you're bringing, similar to Ian, you're bringing the character of Lysander into combats, and that's not an easy thing to do, is to keep the character and the mechanics together, and you're doing a really good job of it. For me, man, today was rough because there's a lot of NPCs getting thrown in and brought up and interchanged, and trying to keep them like as characters that exist in the world and are right there with you, trying to have those interactions, but trying not to step on your guys' toes, because there are a fuck ton of them there and they're all going to react to stuff differently. But really, this is about you guys and your story.
Yeah, you've had a long time since you had to bring all 3 of them forward, and now we have Zixan.
Yeah.
Zixan.
And I think I did a good job of finding that balance throughout today. Of making sure, like, you guys knew they were there and that they were a part of everything that was going on, and trying to interact, but not in.
Go to bed.
Bro, go to bed.
Just keep talking, it's fine.
Fucking odd sleep on camera, bro.
I'm so sorry you I'm so yellow.
No, we're wrapping up, buddy. Don't you fret.
I know. I'm here.
You're doing great. But yeah, that's my compliment for me. That brings us to the end of the compliments wrap up thing for this recording session. Thank you guys, folks at home, that stick around for this kind of stuff. I know it's not for everybody, and it's really for some people, so we just appreciate you guys taking the time to watch them if you do. And we will catch you guys next Wednesday, for another episode of the Dice That Bind Us. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time.
We love you dearly.
Bye.